Welcome to History H108, History of the World, Part 1, up to Kirka 1800. My name is Eric Sock. I'm professor here at IUPUI in the History Department, and I will be your instructor for this course. This is a 100% online course, which I'm assuming you already know. And what that means for me is the positives thereof, is that it allows you to work at your own pace. Therefore, to make a long story short, I have made the course available now. It is published, so you can get started as you will, even though it officially starts on August 22nd with the first day of classes at IUPUI. But you are welcome to begin as soon as you would like. The announcement I've posted in Canvas is an introductory greeting, hello, telling you how to go about getting started and what to do. The course material for the course is posted in Canvas, as are the lectures for the first 4 weeks, which is part 1 of the course. Now, again, to make another long story short, I've debated back and forth whether to post videos of my lectures or to write up lectures and post them. And I decided to write up lectures and post them. It's kind of a give and take, and some people I know, based on my previous experience doing all of this, prefer the videos. Others prefer the written. You can say maybe why not both, but that seems to be a duplication of in all kinds of ways. And also in my lectures orally in class, as you can probably already tell by just watching this lecture, they are more open style and free flowing. So wouldn't want people to be confused in terms of, do you follow the video lecture or do you follow the written lecture, even though obviously there would be a very close association. But anyway, the point being is that for better or for worse, the lectures are written. Now, you will see in the first week, which is introduction to the course, the lecture there begins with a PowerPoint presentation, which is just the outline of the lecture, and then the lecture, and then a discussion, which I'll come back to shortly. Every week I'll do that format, the PowerPoint outline, and then the lecture. With the written lecture, you have the advantage that you can go back, forward, back, look at things that you maybe have missed. You can spend more time on it and those types of things, and actually see what I was writing, rather than simply having to listen and say, well, maybe that didn't come through quite as well. So we'll make the best of it. So anyway, the point being is that this is your course. I'm here to help you through it. And so please feel free to reach out to me at any point. Even though we won't be meeting on a weekly basis in any format, virtual or in person, I am most open for everyone to make appointments with me via Zoom. These would be basically individual appointments where I can happily talk with you. I can also then make appointments if you are on campus for other reasons, to meet in my office on campus. I'm here to help with this. Now, the negative aspect of working at your own pace and with these online courses is that it's very easy to fall behind. Now, in the first lecture and in the introductory material, maybe a bit, but not so much, but in the first lecture, in any case, I stress the need to keep on pace. There are no due dates except for the final. The final is due, I believe, it's December 12th, and that's the final cutoff. All work must be submitted by December 12th. But until that time, while there are due dates given, I believe the due date for the first exam, so to speak, is September 15th. Those due dates are there to help you kind of stay on track as if this were an in-person course. There's no penalty for turning in things late. But don't let that be reason to say, great, I don't have to worry about it, and I'll just, after Thanksgiving, maybe I'll start the course and try to get everything done. That would not be in your best interest, I promise you. And for other reasons that you'll see when you read the first lecture, explain some of these things in terms of progress in the course and how that affects your grade. but it's something that you theoretically could do. And if you did a good job with it, more power to you. I think that is highly unlikely. So I would encourage everyone to try to schedule time to stay on pace and with, obviously there's leeway, but basically to get the assignments done when they are due. This will help you in the end, I promise. Now, there are 4 exams and a final, and you will hear more about those and read more about those um, in the first lecture as I go through it. Now, I believe that about covers it for now. In the Getting Started module, you will find then a self-introduction of myself, as well as my CV. And the CV stands for Curriculum Vitae. It's an academic resume. And I do that because I think it's important that you know who is teaching you. In some ways, that will come back as a theme, indirectly, if not directly, in the first week of the course. Because the first week of the course, the lectures, first week of the course, I'm sorry, first part of the course, the first 4 weeks of the course, first part 1, focuses on what is history. Because if we're talking about world history, what is it? What is history? We take it for granted so often. We think history is simply the past and what happened in the past, and we just have to go out and find it. And it's not anywhere nearly that clear cut or easy to do. So I want to start with kind of problematizing what history is and what world history then is, because this course is an impossible course. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's just, it is. It's impossible to teach everything that's ever happened everywhere in the world. We will get you through it. And what we have to do is focus on what we can learn, what we can get. And the idea is for us to broaden our minds, to learn things that we did not know before, to hear perspectives that we haven't thought about before, to expand our minds and to challenge ourselves. And that is something I stress repeatedly in the lectures of part 1, the need to challenge yourself, to say, what do I think about things and why do I think that way? And how might I be able to think differently about it all? Now, I'm not trying to change anyone's opinions or beliefs or views. I want to challenge everyone's opinions, beliefs, and views. I want you to think about it. Aristotle said, the unexamined life is not worth living. I really don't believe that in any way, shape, or form. But there's an element there that we will not grow as individuals, as people, if we don't question ourselves. I often say, I think I may even write this in one of the lectures, as human beings, if we never challenged ourselves, if we never did anything that was hard and maybe even painful, we would still be just wallowing around on the floor, maybe crawling at most. Why? Because learning to walk is very hard. I don't know if any of you remember learning to walk. I don't. But I have 2 sons. They're oldish now. They can more or less have gotten past the walking phase, sort of. That's another story. But I remember them learning to walk. And it wasn't always easy or nice. And they'd fall down and that hurts and they'd go forward. But just think of what the rewards are of that hard work. Anyway, the point of this introductory lecture is not actually to give content. It is simply to say hello, kind of being able to meet face to face, even if in a virtual setting, and to encourage you to reach out to me so that we can maybe schedule up Zoom sessions and talk about how your progress is doing, talk about the ideas of the course, talk about whatever you might want to talk about. I am here for you for that. So I wish you the best of luck. Welcome again. I think this is an exciting course, an important course, and I hope you can get a lot out of it. So start with the introductory material, the course material, and read through the syllabus. The syllabus is your kind of guide to what you need to know and what's expected and when things are due. And then begin with week 1, introduction to the course. And we can go from there. Again, email me is the best way to contact me at any time. I'm pretty good with responding to emails. Don't call my office phone. I mean, if I am there and the phone rings, if I have it plugged in, I may answer it. I don't, footnote. I don't like the phone. You can say, yes, I have a phone phobia, which is fine with me. That doesn't bother me. But email, I'm very pretty good, much good at. So email me, and I hope to get to meet all of you face to face. I will get to meet you in terms of your own self introductions because that is the first assignment for this just getting started phase. You need to then post in the discussion, not just for me, but for all your classmates, just some basic information about who you are, what grade in school you're in, what level, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, why you're taking this course, what do you think about it, and those types of issues. You're free to share anything you might want about yourself, but it's not required, and it's not a graded assignment, but it is required for completion. So please be willing to open yourself up to some extent just to say hello to everyone in this class. And so we have some sense of who is our classmates, who is in this process with us all together. So that is at least the minimum, but I do hope again to meet all of you, or most of you anyway, maybe even repeatedly, virtually face to face, or as I said, in my office face to face. And I think this can be a good course. I think you will get out of it what you put into it, which is just the same for every course. So I think that's about all I have to say for now. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting things, but if I do, they'll come up. I may post periodic videos throughout the semester, and if I do, I will let you know, and you'll be notified of that via Canvas, via announcements. So pay attention to the announcements and what's going on, and I hope you're ready to go. I am. I'm excited about this and looking forward to it, and welcome once again.